AITA for refusing to lend my designer purse to my sister-in-law for her wedding. I, 24F, have a Chanel purse that was a gift from my parents when I graduated college. It's by far the most expensive thing I own. My brother recently got married, and his new wife Amy asked if she could borrow my Chanel purse for their wedding day photos and reception. Amy doesn't own any designer bags and really wanted one to complete her wedding look. I politely declined to lend her my purse. That purse is extremely valuable to me, and the thought of something happening to it makes me anxious. Amy called me selfish and materialistic for not lending it to her for the wedding. She said I was more concerned about a status symbol than helping family. My parents and brother also got upset with me, saying I should be willing to share my things with family. But I don't think I should have to hand over my most prized possession just because it's for a wedding. Now the whole family is angry with me. AITA for not lending my sister-in-law my expensive designer purse for her wedding? She's acting like I ruined her big day over this. But I think it was an unreasonable request. NTA. The irony of the bride calling you materialistic when she is trying to borrow an expensive designer item for a wedding photo shoot, where a purse doesn't even make sense, is actually hilarious. What an entitled and dramatic woman. I get your stance 100%. Op. It's not that you assume something bad will happen to the purse if you let her borrow it. It's just that the purse is 1. Super expensive, and 2. It's a deeply sentimental item. Let her buy a fake on Temu or AliExpress if she wants to play fake affluent for a day. Amy called me selfish and materialistic. Amy doesn't own any designer bags and really wanted one to complete her wedding look. You are allegedly selfish and materialistic because you have a Chanel bag and appreciate the value of it, both sentimentally and financially, and don't wish to risk it being damaged or lost. Amy, who does not have any valuable handbags, wants to use yours to complete her wedding look, apparently to appear more posh or wealthy than she is, and she is calling you selfish and materialistic. What was her plan if something untoward were to happen to your Chanel bag? Probably something along the line of, "Oops. Sorry, but it's just a purse." Quote. Why do so many brides accuse others of ruining their big day when those people decline to bow to the bride's wishes or outlandish demands? A wedding should be about the union of two people in love, not borrowing other people's valuable and cherished belongings or a bridesmaid being told to dye her hair brunette because the bride wants to be the only blonde. The aesthetics brigade is really getting out of hand. NTA. This is your prized possession and your decision. And as is frequently mentioned on Reddit, no is a complete sentence. You were under no obligation to provide for Amy's lack of elegant accessories. If your brother and your parents honestly believed that was so important for her to have a Chanel bag on her big day, they could have purchased a Chanel bag for her. Instead, they cheaped out and blamed you. Big AH move on all their parts. Edited to correct a spelling error, because all the letters matter. NTA. I find it funny that she called you materialistic for not lending her the purse. Yet she needed the purse to complete her outfit. And the only reason she wanted your purse was because it was expensive and designer. So in other words, she's mad that you wouldn't let her be materialistic with your items. No, family does not always lend everything. Walking to the house next week and borrow the TV, borrow their car for a week. She wanted the purse because it was the nicest thing. She knew that was close to her, and she was going to assume that just because they're family you would say yes. It's your stuff, you choose who you lend it to or not wanted to. And everyone is wrong. And if your parents are so upset, tell them to buy her one. Who holds a purse in wedding photos? Tell her to find you one picture of a bride with a purse as part of her look. This is weird. She would misplace it, and refuse to replace it. Nah. NTA. And hide that purse. NTA. And this post made me laugh out loud. She's demanding you give her your valuable property for no reason, yet somehow you're the materialistic one? YTF, does she even need a Chanel bag? Weddings are supposed to be about celebrating your love and marriage, not showing off fake wealth on social media. NTA. I thought that most people don't care about their purses on their wedding day. In addition, I have never seen wedding photos that show the bride's purse. She's holding her bouquet. That said, if I think about weddings and wedding receptions, I can see something getting spilled on the purse, soda, wine, etc. That could render it unusable. Or it getting lost. Added to that, your parents gave it to you when you graduated, so it has value beyond it being a Chanel bag. Plus, if lack of a designer purse can ruin a bride's wedding, there are some other issues. Just to clarify, it's not about being unwilling to help, but more about protecting a sentimental and valuable gift. I offered other bags of mine she could borrow, just not this one due to its sentimental value. NTA. I've never seen a bride carrying a purse. Seems like a weird way to complete her look. It doesn't matter though, because it's yours and you don't have to lend it to anyone for any reason. NTA. Who holds a purse in their wedding photos? If she wants a fancy bag for the day, tell her Vibrel does designer rentals and she can rent one. I've used this service before and it's fun to carry a fancy purse I'd never buy at a fraction of the price. She called you materialistic when she's the one who wanted to be holding a purse in her wedding photos? NTA. NTA. It's your purse, and you have the right to lend it or not. It's no different than if they ask to borrow your car or your money or anything else. You are under no obligation to lend it to her, and it's unreasonable of her to 1. Call you selfish for not wanting to 2. Not have figured out her own purse of some kind for her wedding. 3. Gotten the rest of the family involved. It was actually quite a bad move on her part to have intentionally alienated you over a purse. NTA. I bought my wife a Chanel handbag for her 40th birthday. She looks after it so well that it still looks brand new. She would be devastated if it got damaged in any way. You just can't risk that someone will look after it the same as you. You definitely don't want to be lending something that cost in the region of $5,000 that can so easily be lost, stolen or damaged. I'm guessing that your Sil and family have no idea what the bag is worth. NTA. I've never heard of a bride carrying a purse at a wedding. I'm 65 and have been to a whole lot of weddings. Amy called me selfish and materialistic. Then what is she? She also wants a designer purse she doesn't own for her wedding pictures. Also, never heard of wedding pictures with a purse. Whole argument is dumb. NTA. Ha ha ha. I have never seen a bride carry a purse. NTA. NTA. Your soon-to-be Sil can rent a bag if it is that important to her. Amy called me selfish and materialistic for not lending it to her for the wedding. She said I was more concerned about a status symbol. The same could be said about her. Not to mention entitled. NTA. Everyone giving you grief are the assholes. One thing I've learned is, never lend something you don't plan to get back damaged or not at all. I have never seen a purse and a wedding dress in the same picture. NTA. There are plenty of services that rent designer items. NTA. Your belongings. Your decision, family or not. But my husband performed well over 1,000 weddings. and I attended all, most as photographer, of them. Never did I see a bride with a purse. From local parks to the Broadmoor Hotel, no bridal purse in sight.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Caricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.